Both teams, my team and the opponent's team, were on the sideline all muddy and wet from the rain. I listened to our coach going on and on while watching the other team on how they were reacting to the game. We knew we were at a disadvantage being down by 1 or 2 players. My team was called the Gators, the opponent's team was called the Red Hawks, but before I get ahead of myself, let me start from the beginning. I stood on the sideline getting all my gear on, slid on my shin guards and socks, tied my cleats, and fastened my gloves around my wrists. While getting prepared for the game, I looked up, taking a breath, and I noticed the sky was covered in gloomy gray clouds in which light could not shine through. It was raining lightly but cold on an autumn night. As both teams were getting prepared, they took their shots at their own goalkeepers. Teams took shots at the goalkeepers to help loosen them up. "You're next," said our coach with a fierce tone in his voice. As my teammate was setting the ball up in the right spot, I watched her step back from the ball, and she was getting ready to run towards the ball. I got ready to make a save, watching her body language to see where she would kick the ball. Her kick was so powerful that it sounded like lightning hitting a transformer. The ball went flying into the air. "Goalie!" I yelled out, diving into the air. The ball slams into my chest. It feels like a bowling ball as I hit the ground. As I stood up, I fought for air. I got ready for the next shot. The referee blew the whistle. "Time to start the game," yelled the referee. As my team was gathering together to form a circle, the Red Hawks did the same thing. After my team gathered around, we listened to our coach give his pre-game speech. "Get ready and play your best. Work together and move the ball side to side to get up the field," he said with a fierce tone. As our coach was talking to us, the rest of the team, our captains went to the referee and had a coin toss. There was a fair coin toss and we kicked off first. My team and the Red Hawks team captains ran back to our own side of the field. As we were taking the field, the referee blew his whistle. We took our spots on the field, doing this last-minute stretching, jumping up and down to get ready. "It is time to kick off. Play the ball." Blowing the whistle again, the referee yelled out with a fire in his breath. We played the ball forward, then dropped it back to a teammate, and it just kept going back and forth for a while. It got muddy real fast and the ball got slippery. The Red Hawks kept shooting the ball at our goal and I made saves, so the ball did not go into the goal. Although there were a couple of times where the ball did get past me and went into the goal, which got me angry. I started to think on what I needed to do better. The score at this point was 0 us and 2 them. I needed to come out of the box more and run up to this girl to stop her. I was thinking in my head as I was so frustrated. The ball went back down to their side. We had a good shot, but the ball was stolen and came back down to our goal. Get the ball out of the goal!" I screamed out to my defense. As I yelled, my defender kicked the ball out so hard that it went farther than half field. Both teams just looked at the ball as it flew through the air. After that, the ball moved back and forth with more shots on both goals. There were fouls throughout the first half of the game, such as a bunch of trips and slides. Everyone on our team was getting annoyed that we were not playing well together. "You have to get the ball when it comes near you. You can't hesitate," said Sarah to Allison with frustration in her voice. Sarah was only yelling because we were down and score and was getting frustrated that no one was going to the ball and making good plays. Allison would try to keep Sarah calm, and it does work. That is when we all started working together as a team. Sarah is the kind of player who doesn't give up, and she gets under pressure during games because she was the main defender. Even so, she was the powerhouse of the team, like the mitochondria to a cell. Allison is what helps keeps everyone together in the time of struggle during a game. She helps hold the team together. The whistle blew signaling halftime, and our team was happy to get off the field and rest. We waited for our coach to yell and lecture at us about how bad we played. We were waiting to hear the big speech on what we needed to do better as individuals and as a whole. While we were waiting, I felt anxious, nervous, and even disappointed. I was disappointed in myself for how I played. We gathered around in a circle facing our coach. While we were facing him, I noticed something in his eyes, about his eyes. I noticed that there was disappointment, anger, and even sadness in his eyes. Besides that, he had little hair on his head and no facial hair either. Closing my eyes, then I heard him speak, but it wasn't yelling, and we really weren't being lectured. His voice didn't sound angry at all. "Yes, that was not the best half you had," he said with a low and gentle voice. The whole team looked down and smiled a little. After he said that, the team knew we had better halves in the past, but his comment did not really help break the tension the entire team felt. I heard him talking about what we needed to do and how to work together as a team. He was also talking to individual players and asked what they thought about the half. As my coach was talking to the rest of the team, I felt like I'd let my coach down and my team down. I will do my very best this second half and not let a thing go by me, I thought to myself, feeling upset. As I was thinking that, my teammates came over to me and we formed a circle. We all started to talk about how we played and how we felt about the first half. We all felt really horrible down in our performance. None of us on the team were talking about something amazing that happened earlier that day. We just sat around looking at the ground. The whistle finally blew, signaling end of the halftime. We all gathered and were told what position we had. We then went to the field and waited for the whistle to blow again. The whistle blew. "Time to play the ball," the referee demanded to the other team. We were all muddy and tired as the other team played the ball. My teammates went after the ball and the Red Hawks started playing harder. There were more fouls and shots on goal for both teams. The other team got into my goal box and they shot and scored. The score is now 0 us and 3 them. Parents for the other team screamed with joy. Their team coach was screaming in joy as well, while the other team was jumping up and down to celebrate their goal. We got the ball up to half field and played it. "Run forward, up, up, up," I yelled with energy. My team ran up the field with the ball as the other team was fighting for the ball. They were moving closer and closer to their goal. Then suddenly, the other team stopped. As my team was running back to our side with a smile, I was confused on what was going on. "What is going on? What happened?" I yelled out, demanding an answer. "We just scored. It's now 1-3, my teammate said with a smile while jumping up and down. When the ball went into play, we stole the ball. My teammates passed the ball to each other by moving the ball from one side to the other side of the field. Finally, my team got the ball in the goalie box. As my team shoots, my team and our parents watching the ball fly through the air. We were nervous and getting ready for the upset of not getting a goal. But then you heard a sound like one when a basketball player makes a hoop. Soon as we heard that sound, my coach and my team knew we had just scored again. My team was now screaming and hollering, signaling we just scored. The score is now 2 us and 3 them. While my team was running back to our side, the other team was getting the ball to half field to have a kickoff to start the play. Once the ball was at half field, the referee blew his whistle to signal the ball was in play. The ball was passed back and forth between my teammates and the other team. Finally, we got the ball back. My teammate makes a pass, getting it upfield. She got the ball into the goalie box and she shot the ball. As the ball was in the air, the parents were on the edge of their seats, waiting to see where the ball was going. Their goalkeeper jumps into the air in a diagonal way, but she could not reach the ball. The ball hits the net. The net swings back, making a sound like a basketball was made by a basketball player. The score is now 2 us, 3 them. The parents for our team jumped up from their seats and started cheering and screaming. Their coach was getting frustrated with his team because they were starting to fall apart as a team. My coach got more energy when my team scored that goal than any other game in the past. Now we were tied. It is 3-3. We are getting ready for the ball to go into play again, while the other team was 2. The Red Hawks were getting the ball to half field, and now our energy was high and our adrenaline skyrocketed. The ball was played and everyone went to attack the ball like a warrior attacking for territory. Then the ball would go back and forth, and then finally parents from my team started yelling and screaming because the ball was on the Red Hawks side, close to the goal box. We just got our 4th goal. My coach was going crazy because the ball went into the net, and he was excited that we won, while the other team was mad and frustrated because they did not play well the second half and did not play as a team. Right after that, the whistle blew, signaling the end of the game. We won, 4 us, 3 them. A couple of my teammates yelled with energy. Go line up and shake hands, said my coach. So we all lined up like our coach said. Lining up means to go into a line and say good game to the other team. It is good sportsmanship. Good game, we all said to the other team as we went down the line. At that very moment, I was happy and proud of all of us, with my team and my coach, because I knew I did not let him down, and I knew they played well as well. We went back to our bags and grabbed our soccer balls, other shoes, and sweatshirts. Our coach had us gather around to say some last remarks, just the usual congratulations and you guys did well speech. All of that consists of how well we played at the second end and the great passing. After that, we all left the field with smiles on our faces, ear to ear, with a little pep in our step. As we were walking, we were meeting our parents on the other side of the field. A lot of people leave a game feeling energetic or proud in a moment like this one. But what do people usually learn from games like this one? Well, I learned that even though when pressure starts taking over the team, you just have to step back and breathe. As we played on, the game changed from the beginning to the end. The parents for our team was chanting our team name. I could see in my teammates' eyes how the game changed them. They changed in a way that the pressure was what was pushing them to play better.